What up, guys? You know, it's Tuesday. That's right, guys. That's right. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. So, guys, there hasn't been anything really all that good on the markdown lately, so nothing to speak about on the markdowns. But, however, guess what I got? A cinnamon roll. So, shout out Bonnie and everything. So, Bonnie, she was like, hey, I made some cinnamon rolls over the weekend. I'll bring you in tomorrow. And, lo and behold, today's tomorrow, from yesterday. So, we got cinnamon roll. I'll probably give it to my mom's because, moms like surprises and everything. And, oh yeah, I found this in the store. This is new. Jones birthday cake soda. So, it should be pretty interesting. I think so, at least. And everything. And, let's see. The Mariners, they beat the Yankees last night. Old Cal Raleigh with a walk-off home run. So that was good for old Cal Raleigh. The big dumper, as they call him and everything. Because he got that badonkadonk and everything. You know what I'm saying? He all caked up, as the kids say. So anyway, guys, that was going on. The Usos, they lost their tag team championships last night on Monday Night Raw. So what's going on there and everything? Because that dang ISO speed interfered, I think, and everything. So, man, there's certainly been a lot of people on the wrestling nowadays. First Logan Paul, and then last week, Jelly Roll had a match and everything, and now that ISO speed guy keeps showing up and everything. So, I don't know what's happening with that and everything, but it's interesting. But yeah, all in all, it's been alright today, guys. Alright, nothing really all that special to talk about. Who knows what the rest of the day has in store. Stay tuned to find out, I guess. Anyway, see how you live it later on today. Oh, also, guys, I forgot to mention this. So, the boss man comes in, and he hands me a piece of paper. And I go, what's this, boss? And he goes, it's your termination papers. And then you know what I say to him? I said, well, I had a good run and everything. And then he goes, no. It's not that. I'm just making a joke. And I said, oh, well, I go, too bad. And he goes, what do you mean too bad? And I was like, well, things aren't getting any better around here and everything. And he goes, well, it's a raise. You got $1 raise, buddy, and everything. And I was like, oh yeah, I already knew that and everything. And because the collective bargaining agreement with the union says we get $1 raise every single year and everything. So, anyway, I already knew about that. And he's like, so yeah, I knew you already knew about it, but I had to give it to you like the paper and everything. So anyway, that's pretty interesting. So see how you when we get done with work. And like I said, who knows what's in the store. I gotta go to the grocery outlet today. The bargain market. So maybe we'll find something interesting in there, and we'll do a review about it. Because today's review is that Dr. Pepper inspired Johnsonville smoked sausage. So anyway, see how you when we get done with work. Alright guys. So just got done working for the day, done for the day. And it's a pretty good day, guys. 8 hours, so that's good. Tomorrow though, guys, this guy that usually works, he usually has Mondays and Tuesdays off. Well, apparently, or not apparently, I mean he's on vacation starting tomorrow and everything for a whole week, so might be some long days the rest of the weeks, but who really knows about that. And then guys, guess what? I saw him in here at this spot and everything, and I was like, oh, is this your mom and everything? And then he's like, no, and walked away. And then I was like, I need to call up some other people. So I called up this other guy, and I was like, hey, I just saw so and so with his mom and everything. Boy, yeah, sure is weird looking and everything. And he starts laughing and everything, and he goes, dude, that's not his mom, that's his girlfriend. And I was like, what? I was like, yay, and everything, so, but what they say, guys, to each his own. So, I guess as long as you're happy, but boy, sure ain't my cup of tea. And you know what they would say, you definitely wouldn't want to wake up to that in the morning. I mean, like, and everything, the way that she is and everything. But, like I said, to each his own. So anyway, guys, not much more to talk about. Wasn't all that exciting of a day, just another day really. So anyway, just make sure you like, comment, subscribe, keep spreading the good vibes only, and check me out on Instagram, Marty Kaufman, and yeah, I guess tomorrow is April Fool's Day, so who really knows much about that? But anyway, see you then. Boop.